recently critics are quick to point out that these announcements feel like campaign stunts, like what we saw yesterday at the Freedom Tower and today. They're also criticizing you for not being in Tallahassee for the special session rather. Can you answer both of those?
Well, I think when we're doing these, we've been doing this, these great announcements from the very beginning. What happens was when I became governor, I made these announcements. People are like, oh my gosh, a lot of people thought the legislature wouldn't necessarily sign on to this. And what happened was the public was telling them, hey, you better be with the governor on this. He's doing the right thing. So there was a lot of bottom-up pressure to be able to make sure that this stuff got done. And so I think when we're doing this, one, it's just my job to be able to inform the public about our key initiatives. After all, it's their tax dollars that we're using for this. But I think, two, those folks who care about this will then tell their legislators, this is important. You guys have done a lot, but you got to keep going. So I think it's something we've been consistent on doing the entire time, and we're going to continue to do that. Look, I think the special session seems like it's on track. You know, my view, when I became governor, I was in my inaugural address, I think I said, I'm a recovering member of Congress. I don't like to remember those days. I was there. I have people that will come up to me who I serve with, say how much they miss me up there. And I say, I don't miss you guys at all. I'm happy to be down here, you know, in the Southern Command in Florida. But I made the point that, you know, it's not me as governor don't dictate to the legislature. I can say, here's what I'd like to see. I'll work with them. I can apply pressure when need be, but ultimately, you know, they have a role, constitutional role. And what I've done as governor is try to set out key things that we need to do, make sure we're all tracking to those goals. But I don't necessarily micromanage, you know, every little thing, you know, that happens or follow every committee hearing or whatnot. I don't think that that's necessarily effective. So my goal, bottom line on this special session is no Floridian should be losing their job over COVID shots. Okay, that's a personal decision that people should be able to make. These are people that have been working this whole time. And then all of a sudden, you're going to kick a nurse out of her job. You're going to kick a cop out of his job. You're going to kick people out of their jobs who've been working for some of these big companies who have been working faithfully. That's just fundamentally wrong. And so the legislature is going to come in, yes, push back against the Biden mandate, but also provide protection for folks so that they have peace of mind and that they have the ability to keep earning a living. And I don't think they should be denied the right to earn a living, you know, based on these COVID jabs. And if we can do that, as well as some of the things for parents, I think it's going to be good. I think that's where they're tracking. And if I need to weigh in, I'll weigh in. But, you know, ultimately, yes, we have special session going on. I also have a budget due. So we're working on the budget. Yes, we've done education. We've done environment. We have great announcements for military and veterans. We got announcements for law enforcement and public safety that's very important. So transportation and infrastructure. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're working on, and we want to be able to provide to the public. So we're going to be doing that as much as we can. And look, if people aren't for this, what we're trying to do, that's fine. They should just tell folks that they're not for restoring the Everglades. They should tell folks they're not for clean water. They should tell the folks they're not for building the type of infrastructure that's going to make sure Florida, you know, has great plumbing, effectively natural plumbing that sends the water where it was supposed to go. I'm for all of it. I think it's important for the state, and we're going to keep advocating for it.